For problem 1, the directions are to circle any fractions that are equivalent to a whole number. Record the whole number below the fraction. So for A, we're supposed to count by 1/3, starting at 0/3 and ending at 6/3. So you can see my number line of just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thirds. So we need to circle fractions that are equivalent to a whole number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a mixed number like 1 and 1/3. It has to be a whole number. So you can see that I have first circled 3/3 because we know any number over itself equals 1, which is a whole number. Then the next one would be 6/3 because 6 divided by 3 equals 2. For B, we count by halves, starting at 0 halves and ending at 8 halves. And then we do the same thing where we are going to circle the fractions that equal a whole number. So the first one, numerator and denominator are the same, so we know it's 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And 8 divided by 2 equals 4. If you'll notice, we go in order 1, 2, 3, 4. For number 2, the directions state, use parentheses to show how to make ones in the following number sentence. So you see that we have a bunch of 1/4 and then it says it equals 3. So if we have fourths, we would need 4/4 to equal 1 whole. So we would put parentheses around every 4/4. So this would equal 1. This would equal 1, and this would equal 1 whole. So you can see that 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. Now we are going to start multiplying whole numbers by fractions. So for 3a, we have 6 times 1/3. If you were to start with a regular number line, so just what you see in white, which goes 0, 1, 2, 3, we would break each whole number into thirds because we're multiplying by 1/3. So you can see from 0 to 1, I broke it into 3 sections. Same thing from 1 to 2, 1, 2, 3 sections, and from 2 to 3. Now we are working with thirds. So what we have to do now is we have to see what 6 times 1/3 equals. So we need to start at 0 and go down our number line 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see that we end up at 2. So 6 times 1/3 equals 2. For 3b, we're multiplying 6 by 1/2. So same thing as before, but instead of dividing each section into thirds, you can see that they've been divided in half. So we have 0, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. So since we're multiplying by 6, we're going to start at 0 and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 halves. And you can see that we end up at 3. So 6 times 1/2 equals 3. For 3c, we are taking 12 times 1/4. I have drawn the number line of 0 to 3 below. I want you to pause the video and try to divide the number line into fourths on your own now. Your number line should look like this. You may have noticed that you only had to draw 3 lines to divide each section into 4 pieces. All right, so now that we have our number line divided into fourths, we need to multiply by 12. So we start at 0 and we count 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You will see that we end up at 3. For number 4a, you will see that the problem states 7 copies of 1/3. Whenever you see the word of, that is always going to be a key word that tells you you need to multiply. So for this problem, before we begin, we're going to rewrite this as 7 times 1/3. And now we can draw our number line. So we will start at 0, 1, 2, 3. So because we're working with thirds, we need to divide each section into thirds. Now we're multiplying by 7, so we will start at 0 and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You will notice that this time we did not end up at a whole number like in the previous problems. So when we go to state our answer, we know that we have 2 and 1/3. Please pause the video and try 4C on your own. After you are finished, push play to check your work. You should have gotten 2 2/4, which we would then simplify to 2 1/2. If you had trouble with this, please look at my work and try to figure out what you did wrong. If you still have questions, make sure to ask me before you leave today. Please pause the video and complete 4D. When you finish, push play and check your work. Your answer should be 4 2/3.